What's up guys, Mother Reaver here with another Raid Shadow Legends video, and we are back with some more Gnut content, this time in the Fire Knight. You can see above me we are going to be Fire Knight Hard Stage 4. Reason why we're picking this stage is I wanted to do a more free-to-play friendly team, style team, I should say. And stage 4 is the last stage before the shield bumps up to 18 hits. Currently on this it is at 15 hits required, but then you got 18 and then you get 21 whenever you get higher. We are going to push those higher stages and see what we can do with it, but while we are still working in other areas and things like that, I wanted to try to just knock out a easier lower level stage. You can see we are bringing in an ally attacker with Frack and the Fat, and then our standard wave clearing team. So we've got Seer, we've got Lydia, and Renegade. Renegade's in the lead here just for resistance. That makes zero difference. It could be anybody except Gnut in the lead. Reason being is when we ally attack, we actually want to be all the way back in the turn order in order to make sure that his A1s reduce the turn meter of the boss. So first let's look at the champs themselves. We'll look at the builds, then we'll look at the presets, and then we'll do a couple of runs here. So as far as Gnut goes, we'll start with him. It is the same build that I have so far. So he's in Relentless. We've got 42k HP. Attack doesn't matter. 5k defense, 254 speed. Crit capped at 277 crit damage. And 336 accuracy, which is enough to land what we need him to when we need him to. In this case, he's not going to... it is going to be the turn meter reduction, so we do have that. The accuracy you need for Stage 4 is only, I believe, like 240 or so. So you don't need to stack accuracy too high. The only other special build, actually it's not even really a special build, the only thing I built specifically for this, everybody else is just kind of how they work, is Fracken. I do have him in a reflex set. This is just to try to get his ally attack as often as possible. That way we can try to speed up the runs. But he's got 338k HP, 3k attack, 2.2k defense, 283 speed. He is crit capped with some accuracy. That is to try to land his decreased defense on his A1 if we need it. Lydia, she's just a standard build, 261 speed. Not quite crit capped. I've stolen so much gear off of her that I need to do her some justice and get her back looking right. But we've got 400 accuracy, 261 speed, some survivability stats. Our Renegade is in the shield set. That is to help Seer out as far as nuking the waves. I do also have her in a couple of refresh pieces. That is to try to cycle back to her A2, which is the lash out. This is what's going to put decreased speed on the boss, which is just going to help the turn meter reduction and make sure that the boss doesn't actually catch up to us. Not necessarily required, depending on the build that you have on Gnut, but certainly helpful. Also as a 3-hitter, which is going to help open up the shield in the beginning. But she is 60k HP, 2.2k defense, 260 speed, and then some accuracy in order to land that decreased speed. And then Seer, pretty standard wave nuking Seer. We've got her in Savage and Cruel. She's 210 speed, crit capped, just shy of 300k, or 300 crit damage. You don't need all of this. She also has Crushing Ren, 6-star, for the extra ignore defense. So the stats you're going to need on her is going to depend on your current build. So you'll want to play with that. She does have War Master on. That's just for speed runs. I guess we can go over masteries for everybody else. Lydia also with War Master. Gnut, we went down to Giant Slayer. So he is up there and gets a little extra damage out of that. Fracken, we don't even have masteries on him. I literally just geared him up for this purpose. And then we do have War Master on Renegade as well. As far as for presets, For Renegade, basically, we are doing nothing but A1s on the first round. We're just going to do a reset on the second round and nothing else. And then on the boss, we're going to open with the Lash Out to help open up the shield. And then we're just going to focus that every time we can try to get that decreased speed out. For Farakin, he is going to do nothing but A1s all the way through the waves. And then we're going to open with the ally attack. Or, I'm sorry, we're going to open with his A1 just to allow everybody to get a turn, and then use his ally attack to open up the shield, and that will actually allow Gnut to do his first turn meter reduction. And then we're just going to prioritize that for every time it comes up we want to use it. Lydia, she is just going to do her decreased defense and weaken A2 on the waves. And then we're going to open up with her A3, which is just a double hitter, to try to, again, take the shield to open as fast as we can. Seer just prioritizing Karma Burn until we get to the boss, and she is going to open with her A1. And then with Gnut, we are going to do literally nothing through the waves. And then we just turn off his A2 because we don't need the counterattack because the boss is not going to attack us. And actually, this should be an opener. That'll probably help us out. So that is the preset. We'll go ahead and do a run or two here. I did want to make these at least fairly quick runs. It's a pretty similar team to what you would build for speed runs through Fire Knight Hard 25. Your difference mainly being you would have an extra DPS champ over the ally attack champ, and then Gnut would obviously be a lore. Granted, Gnut can be used now for the Fire Knight normal. Just a matter of what speed you can get on him, since he only has the 15%, which is actually already reduced anyway from Allures, because the boss halves turn meter reduction. But you can see we open everybody's with their A1, and then we cycle back through. Here's the ally attack, and that's going to reduce our turn meter and open up the shield. You can see Farakin got a reset on his, so this is our big AoE smack. We are going to ally attack again, drop the turn meter. He got another refresh. It's actually pretty good. The Relentless does help here because it does keep the turn meter down while we do not have a decreased speed up. And rolling through the waves, or through the boss. There's our decreased speed finally at the end. And a minute and a half in, 36 turns. Not too shabby. Not great, but we'll see how it rolls. I actually did realize that Gnut should not open with his A1 here because we need the A3, or the 3-hitter, into the shield. They're both 3 hits, but he's going to prioritize this with the boss. His AI is not fantastic, so we do just want to use that into the shield and then just wait until it gets refreshed before he uses it again. So wave 1, we're just going through, decrease defense and weaken. Everybody takes their turn until it's Seer's turn. This can be made a little bit more efficient with like a faster Seer. Could absolutely do this and remove some of the extra animations and things like that from everybody. Well, wave 2, just get a reset. We got to cycle twice. There's our decreased defense and weaken. We did miss it on Geo over here. Does that matter? No, it does not. Seer's able to melt them anyway. And then everybody A1s through their first turn. See, there's the max HP skill right into the shield, but it's alright because he's going to be able to take his first turn as the A1, which will prevent the boss from actually taking a turn. We got lucky on the last one because we had the refresh on the ally attack. We don't need to rely on that though. There's our decreased defense and weaken. There's our turn meter drop. little more turn meter drop with the ally attack. This one's going to be slightly slower. And there's our big whack with his A3. And that'll do it in 1:40. So not too shabby. About an average of about 1.5 minutes runs. Pretty solid. Basically, any Fire Knight Hard stage is better than Fire Knight Hard 25 if that's what you're running, because you get the additional chance of the Mythic gear as well as additional chances for 6-star Epic and Legendaries. So farming stage 4 versus farming stage 25 normal is far better. So even if you're not up to 6 or stage 10 of hard, this will actually do quite well for you. And it's a pretty easy comp to build. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, all that sort of fun stuff. We will catch you in the next one. Later.